श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणे ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितमेन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देगं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पदे गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ईश्वरा परम कृष्णा सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर गोविंदा सर्व कारण कारणम। हरे कृष्ण। By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita. We finished 28 shlokas in the 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the nature, the enjoyer, and consciousness. So in this chapter, Krishna, we already understood a lot of knowledge. We already got so much knowledge, basically because Arjuna asked that very important questions. So this material world is only a combination of Kshetra and Kshetrajna. So everything. Yavat sanjayate kinchit sattvam stavara jangamam kshetra kshetrajna samyoga. So tadviddhi. So you understand that everything, so whatever is produced in this world, whatever is produced, everything is a combination of this kshetra and kshetrajna. So that's what Krishna is teaching us. So now we are not this matter. We are not made up of matter, but we are in this material world. So this kshetrajna, there is no need for this kshetrajna to have a kshetra. There is absolutely no need for us to have a body. That means material body. So we need to understand that fact, and then we need to free ourselves from this material world. That's what we are discussing every day. But practically speaking, how it is going to be possible? That's what is the main question here. So what we are supposed to do in our day-to-day life, that's what is a very, very important question, to free ourselves from this material bondage. We need to simply first get this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. Everyone is going to school. All the kids, we are sending them to school and going to, at least they go to school and then elementary school, middle school, and we want everybody to go to school and get them educated. So the reason is that even in this material world to survive, we need education. This material education we need. Without that, it's very hard, it's very difficult to get a good job, to get what we want, materially speaking. So like that, when we want to free ourselves from this material world, when we want to gain spiritual wealth, when we want to go to Krishna's world, spiritual world, so we need to actually study. We need to go to school. So we need to study. We need to study what? We need to study Bhagavad Gita. We need to study and understand this Bhagavad Gita fully, like a syllabus, like a subject. So we should know the ABCD of Bhagavad Gita. We should know everything of this Bhagavad Gita completely. Krishna is saying very clearly in Bhagavad Gita that anyone who knows this knowledge fully will come to me. That's it. Yajnatva munayas sarve param siddhi mito gataga. By knowing this knowledge, by understanding this Bhagavad Gita, many in the past have actually achieved the supreme destination. So that param siddhi mito gataga. So they have achieved perfection and they have come to me. Vita raga bhaya krodha manmayama upashitaga bhagavo jnana tapasa puta madbhavam agataga. So being freed from attachment, fear and anger, Vita raga bhaya krodha, taking shelter unto me, manmayama upashitaga bhagavo jnana tapasa, many persons with the virtue of knowledge and austerities, jnana tapasa puta, purified by the knowledge and austerities, madbhava magataha, they have attained my nature. So what is Krishna's nature? Krishna's nature is, Krishna is about the modes of nature. So that's what is Krishna's nature. So we will also free ourselves from the modes of nature. The only difference is that Krishna never came under the modes of nature. Always the modes of nature are controlled by Krishna. So, but we are, unfortunately, all the time we are controlled by the modes of nature. We are struggling and suffering in this material world with these three modes of material nature. So that's what we are struggling. So we need to have the knowledge. In order to come out of that struggle, we need to have this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. So with the Bhagavad Gita knowledge, when we study and understand that Krishna is the supreme Lord, Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, that knowledge we need to have. When we have that knowledge, then we will be able to plan our activities, daily activities, only for pleasing Krishna, only to satisfy Krishna. So if we plan all our activities like that, so then with this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we will be able to free ourselves from the bondage to this material world. So it is science. So we should be able to quantify how much we are bonded to this material world. It's very easy. How much we are attached to material sense objects. What are our goals? If you just take a paper and pen or you type it in a computer, so what are our goals? What we want to achieve? If you just type everything, a person who has no knowledge of Bhagavad Gita will always say that I want to become like this, I want to become like that, I want to get that, I want to achieve this, I want so much of money, I want here and there, lot of attachments. So we can list down all those things. What we want, what are our goals. Even for devotees, when we get this Bhagavad Gita knowledge also, we can also list down all the activities, all the goals, what we want in our life, what we want to achieve before death. The question here is that what we want to achieve. So, if Krishna is not there in the picture, if we are not able to bring Krishna into picture, then whatever we are going to achieve, we are going to lose. We are going to completely lose them. Nothing is permanent. Everything is temporary. Nothing stays forever, including our life, this body, what all we have. Everything is temporary. Nothing is going to stay with us. So then in our goals, we need to strike off all the material goals, what we have. If it is for Krishna, then they are not material goals. It is for spiritual goals. It is for Krishna. Anything we want to do for Krishna. So that way, we should do only the activities which are meant to please Krishna. Only for the satisfaction of Krishna, we should do everything. Not for our sense gratification, our satisfaction. So if our goals are too much materialistic, then they are going to bind us more in this material world. So that means right now, today, maybe we can write down the date today, and at the time of death, whether we bonded ourselves more to this material world, or we are able to free ourselves from this material bondage. That is the question. So how much we can accomplish in this human life, in this life, with this body? How much we can do it? How much we can get ourselves closer to Krishna? That's the main question. So for that, we need to act with this Bhagavad Gita knowledge and do everything for Krishna's satisfaction. So that way completely we should depend on Krishna only. So then by Krishna's mercy, day by day we will be able to slowly and steadily we will be able to detach ourselves from this material world, and we will be able to cut all our attachments. We'll be able to chinnadvaita. We need to be able to free ourselves, destroy the dualities. So we are affected by the dualities of this material world. Asanga sastrena dridayana chitva. With the weapon of detachment, we should cut them. Chitva. Chitva means cut them. Dridayana. Very strongly. Because this attachment to this material world, they are very strongly rooted. Suviruda moolam. Suviruda moolam means they are very strongly rooted. We need to cut all these attachments to this material world with the weapon of detachment. So that's what is known as Asanga Sastra. All these things are possible if we take steps now. If we follow this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. So that way, what we are studying every day, we are very fortunate, we are very committed. We are studying Bhagavad Gita every day. We are progressing. Krishna's causeless mercy, we are able to get this opportunity. We are able to make progress every day. But now, we need to bring this into our practice, into our day-to-day life, our daily life. That's what is very important. We ourselves will be able to see the change in us. This Bhagavad Gita knowledge makes us the good person in this world. We will, slowly, all our materialistic goals will it will be gone. Because with this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, when we are slowly determined, when we get that determination, Driti grihitaya, buddhya Driti grihitaya. So buddhya with intelligence, Driti grihitaya, if we get that determination. So then by Krishna's mercy, Atma samsam manakritva nakinchit api chinti. Atma samsam manakritva. We'll be able to keep our mind under the control of the self by not thinking about anything else in this material world. Nakinchit api chinti. So we should not think about anything else in this material world. So we should give up all kinds of attachment in this material world. So sanischayena yoktavyo yogo anirvinna chetasa sankalpa prabhavan kamams tyaktva sarvan asesata. Manassaivendriya gramam viniyamya samantatak. So that's what we are supposed to do. So we need to sanegi uparame buddhya driti grihitaya atma samstam manakritva nakinchit api chintaye. That's what we need to do in our daily life, every day. Sanischayena, thinking that this is what is certain. Sanischayena yoktavyo. Yogo anirvinna chetasa. Without any deviation, we need to perform this yoga. Yogo anirvinna chetasa. And sankalpa prabhavan kamam styaktva sarvan asesataka. So give up all varieties of desires in this material world which are produced in our mind. They are simply our mental speculations, mental concoctions. Sankalpa prabhavan kamams, tyaktva sarvan asesataka. Manasaivendriya gramam viniyamya samantataka. With the mind, manasa, indriya gramam viniyamya. So we need to withdraw all our senses. We need to bring all our senses under the control of the self. So that's why then we will be able to slowly progress, gradually, step by step, sanair, uparame, buddhya driti grihitaya atma samstam manakritva nakinchit api chinti. For that we need to use this life. That is possible only with the Bhagavad Gita knowledge. Without Bhagavad Gita knowledge, it is very difficult. We don't know even about ourselves. We don't know about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. We don't know about the Super Soul who is residing in our heart. who is there in everyone's heart. Krishna is there, the super soul. So we can understand, we can realize the super soul, the supreme personality of Godhead, if we are able to control our mind. Prasanta manasamyenam yoginam sukham uttamam upaiti santa rajasam brahma bhutam akalmasham. So at that point of time, we will be able to enjoy unlimited happiness. Our mind will be very, very peaceful. Prasanta manasamhyenam yoginam sukham uttamam upaiti santa rajasam. Our rajoguna, the passion will be completely gone. So upaiti santa rajasam, shanta rajasam, brahma bhutam akalmasam. At that time, we will be elevating ourselves to the brahma bhuta platform without any sins. No sinful reactions, free from all sins. So that opportunity has come to us just by studying this Bhagavad Gita. We have to just study, understand, follow what Krishna says in this Bhagavad Gita. That's what is very important. So that means every day we should be able to spend time. We should be able to plan our life. Every day the time should be in our control. Krishna is time. So we should be able to manage the time. So if you want to serve Krishna, then Krishna, he himself is the time. He will be helping us. If you want to serve Krishna. Aham kalosmi lokakshaya krit pravrito lokan samahartum iha pravrittaga. So I am the time. I have come here to destroy this world. Aham kalosmi. So that way, Krishna himself is the time, and time will be in our favor. So that means Krishna will be in our favor when we want to serve Krishna, when we want to connect ourselves with Krishna. So at that time, Krishna will be able to help us. We will be able to free ourselves from this material bondage. So all these things are possible only with this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. This Bhagavad Gita is the most confidential and purest knowledge, which is the king of knowledge. So when we study and understand this Bhagavad Gita fully, so then we will be able to control our mind and make our mind as our best friend. And then we will be able to lead a life, meaningful life, purposeful life, blissful life, meaningful life. If we have this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. Otherwise, our life will be full of struggle, sufferings, distress, all such things in this world. We won't be happy at all. Na sukham. Not only in this world. Nayam lokosi naparo sukham. So not only in this world. Even in any other world, we will not be happy at all. Nayam lokosi naparo nasukam samsayatmanaga. If we are doubtful, if we don't have this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, if we don't listen to Krishna, then there is no happiness for us. Not only in this world, in any other world, we won't be happy at all. So, by Krishna's causeless mercy, we got this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. We are having faith on Krishna and we are studying this Bhagavad Gita. Now we need to bring this into practice, put this knowledge into practice. That's what is very important. And that practice is actually chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra every day. So that's what is very, very important, because Krishna himself is teaching us. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna himself is teaching us what we should do, how we should change, how we should sit, and how we should remember him. Manas samyamya matchito yukta asita matparaha. So keeping me as your goal, keeping me as your destination. So control your mind by thinking about me. Manas samyamya matchito. That's what Krishna is saying. So we need to control our mind by remembering Krishna, by thinking about Krishna, by focusing our mind on Krishna, by not worrying about anything in this material world. We should not be worried, disturbed by anything happening in this material world. Nothing should bother us. Whatever we have heard in the past, whatever we are going to hear in the future, nothing should bother us. So, Suti Vipratipannat. So, Yada te moha kalilam buddhi vyatitarishyadi tada gantasi nirvedam shrotavyasya shrutasya. So that's what Krishna is teaching. So now in the 13th chapter, we finished 28 slokas. In the 28th sloka, Krishna is teaching us that samam sarveshu bhuteshu tishtantam parameswaram vinasyatsva vinashyantam yapashyati sapashyati Samam Sarveshu Bhuteshu. So Krishna is there in all living entities. Samavastitam, Tishtantam Parameshwaram. So he is there. So that way, both soul and super soul, they are not destroyed when this material body is destroyed. So that's what Vinasyatsu Avinashyamtam. Yapashyati sa pashyati. Who sees like this, who is actually seeing. So then in the next sloka, what we are studying in this sloka number 29, Krishna is teaching us there. Samam pasyan hi sarvatra samavasthitam ishvaram nahinasti atmanatmanam tato yati param gati. Samam pasyan hi sarvatra. One who sees everywhere, everything equally. Samavashtitam Ishwaram, because everywhere Krishna is there. So Krishna as the super soul, he is present everywhere. He is there everywhere. So that's why we should be able to see all the living entities, everyone equally. Yo mam pasyati sarvatra sarvam cha mayi pasyati tasyaham na pranasyami sachame na pranasyati. That's what we studied in the 6th chapter. One who sees me in everything, one who sees everything in me, for him I am not lost, for me he is not lost. That's what Krishna is saying. Atma upamyena sarvatra samam pasyati o Arjuna sukam va yadiva dukkam sayogi paramo mata. When compared to one's own self, one should see everyone else as also the same as our own self. In both their happiness and distress. Sukam va yadiva dukkam sayogi paramo mata. He is the topmost yogi. That's what Krishna is teaching. So that way, here, samam pasyangi sarvatra samavastitam iswaram nahinasti atmanatmanam tato yati param gati. So for him, he is not degraded by his mind. He does not degrade himself by the mind. So for one who is able to see Krishna everywhere and Krishna in everything, and he reaches the supreme destination, tato yati param gati. So one who sees the super soul equally present everywhere in every living being does not degrade himself by the mind. Thus, he approaches the transcendental destination. So that's what Krishna is teaching. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished the sloka number 29 in the 13th chapter. Hare Krishna. I will stop now and we'll discuss if any questions are there. Hare Krishna.